Big finale.
Big finale.
Big finale. Falcon, aka New Cap.
New Cap.
Captain Falcon. Captain America and the Winter Soldier finale wrap up. I know we both saw it. Thank y'all for joining in and listening and watching us talk about this very interesting finale. I thought it was very good, very Disney.
Very Disney.
Yeah, but yeah, you seen our backgrounds. Man looking sharp.
That man looks sharp. That's a good listen, man. This is a good comic book adaptation here.
Yes,
like that's good, man. Like, don't get me wrong, the white half mask, it's goofy, but it's in the comics. It's on your side.
Yeah,
that's a good adaptation. Now, me and you talked about this half mask situation he had going, and I read somewhere that the purpose was to have his ears covered because it gets cold when you're flying, clearly in the open air. And that would have been a good explanation, except for the comics. I thought that was that way in the comics. If you look at your picture here, his ears are out right there too. So they don't bite his ears. You mentioned the protect his windpipe area because that would be another thing. That wind, that pressure pushing back up on him. That makes some sense for this area. Now that looks cloth to me, but it's Stark tech, it's Wakanda tech, so everything the best. So it probably protects him somehow, some way, as far as like
yeah. You know what? I think the only thing was Wakanda tech was the briefcase that came in. I expected a little more from Wakanda.
Hey man, listen. That ain't quite Wakanda, but I think if you dig into the tech of that suit, I think you'll see some Wakanda in there. Look, I was telling they couldn't come with an all-black suit, right? The man's Captain America, right? They couldn't come with too much drip because you know why.
Well, I mean, like,
you gonna make me say it?
Oh, hey, we just started. 5 minutes in, we can go down that road. Let's, But I mean, like, look. So Black Panther suit wasn't loose and fitting and all that. It was nice. It didn't look vibranium, but it was.
They didn't have all his measurements. That's why it looked.
It was something quick.
Yeah.
I think it's going to improve. I hope.
We're also forgetting that when Bucky asked Ayo for that favor, they weren't on good terms. So Ayo's like, all right, throw this motherfucker something together because his friend gonna be Captain America, apparently.
Right.
Something together. Yep.
I would have
let her do it. It's fine.
I think his wings are vibranium.
Yes.
That's what I think. Because when the helicopter bounced off it, I was like, hold on a second.
That was dope. No, when he put the wings and the shield to make that little vibranium dome, that's dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
You must at first until you realize that's vibranium.
Yeah.
That was cool. Now, I do have a question here. How'd that chair take out that shield?
How'd
that chair take out that shield?
The chair?
That chair from Batroc. What's happening here? Batroc throws a chair.
Right.
Throws a shield. The chair wins.
Well, like it bounces.
No, the shield should have sliced right through that wooden chair. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. maybe the representative got a vibranium chair, brought it. And he's like,
Batroc threw the chair and Sam threw the shield, and the shield fell down. I was like, hey, wait a minute. What the hell y'all doing here?
I mean, you can knock the shield down, Mary. What's the angle? Because
aerodynamics and such, I guess. I just expected more from that shield. I just did.
Plus, he don't throw it as hard as Captain America did, or as Steve Rogers or John Walker did. So maybe he doesn't have that. He maybe needs another montage to get that arm going.
To get that thing together. I don't know. And now he was back flipping. Now listen, when him and Carly was trying to get him to fight. Hey,
look,
got flips. Sam got the flips. He was like, I'm not going to
got the flips.
Back flip. Pow.
He got the flips. I thought them flips were unnecessary a little bit, but I get it.
It's to show off their athleticism, okay? You gotta let him flex, all right? You gotta
you gotta do something. It can't all be the suit. He's gotta have something. So
So I'm okay. So this episode was a natural conclusion to the Flag Smasher plot to pretty much kill the GRC voters, so they couldn't vote to relocate those displaced.
Right.
Flip came back. Carly had it. They were there. They were at the 5-yard line, and just like Russell Wilson throwing that ball into the end zone against the Patriots, my main man Captain America came in, intercepted the ball.
Yeah.
Game time. They had it. It was close. I give Carly credit for her to be a young person. She's pretty smart. She's also a little. She don't see all the details.
Yeah,
that's the youth. That's the youthful part about
right.
it.
Well, I think the whole, at least the last episode was no one sees all the details. The senator didn't see all the details. Sam, the senator was like, "Look, you don't know all the details," and he's like, "Well, yeah, I don't, but look at the details you do know. That's what you got to process."
Yeah.
So that's the thing about all three, I guess, factions: the GRC, the Flag Smashers, and whatever Bucky and
Cap Buck.
Yeah. They only work with the details that they got, but you gotta be willing to actually work with the details. And John Walker kind of figured that out towards the end, and the senator said he's gonna, try to make things better or whatever. So I think that was just one of them. I mean, that's realistic. Like, no one knows all the details. You can only be given so much and go off of what you know, and then personal stuff gets in the way and all that. But yeah, Carly, I don't really know what her plan was. Like, she kidnapped the voters, and then
I do know this: if all else fails, we get to blow up these hostages.
Right. Right. I'm like, wait, that's you got step one, and then you went straight to step three. What about step two? What do you?
If all else fails, we blowing up these hostages.
I want to know what all else is,
and she looked at the rest of her crew. She was like, "One world." They were like, I don't know,
man.
And she was like, when you don't dap up Russell Westbrook and one world. More people. Got it. This bitch is crazy. And they're all in the corner like, hey man, I think we chose wrong. I think this bitch is crazy.
Right. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm starting to think I don't think that the secret soldier serum, at least the one they were using, or a good one, I don't think it messed with your mind, to be honest.
No, I don't think. I just think she had something she was trying to do, and as it unfolded, she lost control. And when you lose control, you just tend to lose your grip in general. So it's like I still got a point to make. I'm gonna kill all these fucking people.
Yeah, I did not understand what she was going to. She kidnapped him, and then what? Like, sit down with him, kumbaya. Hey, these are my reasons. I don't think that was going to work.
I think she was going to kill him no matter what. That was the end game.
Yeah, but
so
it didn't work out.
Is this? I think Carly is a stand-in, and this is just me. So when we talk about Marvel and Disney, and we talk about when they're doing these stories, they are doing these stories. All stories take place within the context of the world we're in, and right now we're currently in a time of unrest and division. So that's the backdrop with this story. I think Carly is a stand-in for the youth of the world, right? I could say America, but it ain't just America, right? So Carly is a rebellious youth that's being let down by the establishment, right?
Okay.
That's what she represents. And she doesn't have a great plan. She just knows something wrong.
Right.
And I appreciate Sam because Sam sees that. She don't have a great plan to bring about change, but she just knows something wrong. And she's not wrong when she says something wrong here. Like, this is way too corrupt. This is grotesque the way you're treating people. So her youth misled her, like it tends to mislead us all in our youth. And but I think they did a masterful job, like having her be a rebel without a cause, so to speak. Like, she thinks she's got a cause. She's got a cause, but she's got no plan to bring about any sort of real change, because it's these are big questions these are big questions. These are big problems. And when I think about one thing that the human race we're good at doing, we're good at passing the buck. And I think, like, look, I'm not the youth anymore, but I'm not old. So you shut your mouth. I'm not old, but one thing that we do as generations pass, we don't solve problems. We tend to pass problems down.
Right.
Because they get so big. And I think A, it's happening in the real world. And B, that's what she, like I said, that's kind of what she is in the show. She's that representation.
Right.
So instead of fixing these issues, we pass it down to the next generation, then the next generation, the next generation. And these problems get so big, and then we never get around to fixing it. So we just want them to go away. And that's essentially what they're doing with these refugees, right? They listen, shit, to do with them, you send them back. I don't know, get some troops and fucking get them out of here. That's right. What we shove them to the side. So I thought Carly's character was quite effective when viewed through that lens, which is just a youthful person knowing something's wrong with the world, but not having the experience and not having all the details enough to really bring about any kind of real change. And the powerlessness of her situation.
Right.
Because from like the third episode on, it's obvious this ain't gonna go nowhere with her.
Right.
Like, you are dealing with forces you can't understand, and you may be a super soldier, but that's not enough.
Right. Yeah. You know, I agree with that. Good explanation for what Carly represents and all that, and of course the senator represents, you know, government, big business, whatever you want to call it,
establishment, government, business.
Yeah. And I think Sam, Captain America, he represents. To be honest, I think he represents that imaginary, I want to say hope, but that imaginary buffer between the two. Because I think we mentioned in the last episode, they don't have a Tony Stark, someone with money and power that can help make changes or
that can help facilitate.
Captain America's gone, that can you know, reach people and stuff like that. And Sam realized, I got to be that buffer. It's like, I got to explain, I got to give you insights on both sides. Like in the end of this last episode, he talks to the senator and tries to explain, but before, you know, the episode before, he's trying to explain to Carly, like, look, I get what you're saying, but it's more to it than that. You just can't do it this way. And it's the same speech to the senator. Look, I get what you're saying, but you can't just do it. It's more to it than that, you know? And the senator's like, look, man, I guess I kind of get it, but what do you want these governments to do, to just take care of these people? And Sam's like,
he's like, actually I do.
You welcome them in with open arms, say, hey, help us, we'll help you. And then when people came back, you just can't kick them out. It's like, look, I'm sorry, but
back into existence, and you can't just dispose of them.
Right? Yeah, I'm sorry. You have to figure that out. It's gonna be hard, but sorry. And you know, some people might not like that side of Disney or Marvel, you know, getting a little too real, but you know, y'all gonna have to deal with it. And that's basically what Sam is saying. Like, look, no, man, you can't just say, you can't just sweep this away. You gotta actually deal with it. It may not be easy, but
you gotta
be all right. You know, you big government. And
all the people talking about the realism that's now, like we talked about it earlier, right? Like this new wave of people acting as if the real world contextualization of what we're seeing in comic books is new. Like, it's not new. Like,
not at all.
Always dealt with political issues. These comics have always been entrenched in a world in which, because you can't build an effective world without the politics of that world.
Right.
You can't even tell a story without it. I think Stan Lee said something like that. A story without politics or something like that is like a person without a soul, so to speak. It was something along those lines. But it's true. It's like the real world politics, as much as you think it's escapism, because you don't understand the real world. And that says more about you than the people that write the damn stories. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, it says a lot about the individual and society. Like we were talking about earlier before we came on here, like as much flack as social media gets about keyboard warriors and all that, you're forced to hear, because people are going to be on social media. They can easily walk away from it, but they won't. You're forcing to hear the other sides now. You're forced to hear these these viewpoints and these opinions that you may not agree with or anything like that, because it's posted all over. Everyone has a platform now. And it's the way these people feel is not new. It's just you're hearing it now. Like,
it's not new.
People
It's
didn't
not new.
suddenly just get offended, within the last 5 years. There's no, people have been offended and upset and distraught about all these things for centuries. Like, I mean, you go through history, well, as much as you can, they'll only print and write and do so much. But
some of this stuff you're gonna have to really, and I talked about this with a friend the other day, because you'll talk to certain people and they'll learn about some of like America's past atrocities.
Yeah.
They never knew. And they're like, well, why the hell didn't they ever teach me that? Because why would the fuck they teach you that? Like, why would they teach you that? Hey, let me tell you what we did to the people who did Native Americans. Yeah, I know we touched on the Trail of Tears, but
yeah, tell you. Hey, little manifest destiny here, and then
little slavery here, emancipation there. They're free now, So people are now, with the internet and the information age, people are being exposed to so much information. So I guess I got to give them a little bit of slack. I feel like it's overload. But the problem is
Ultron. That's what happened to Ultron.
Yeah, Ultron. Hey, Ultron got on the internet for 3 minutes and was like, "Oh no,
y'all got to go. This ain't working. This planet."
I know the problem. Boom. You don't need Avengers. You need somebody to kill all of y'all. You people,
right?
Ultron had a point, but anyway,
right?
Like you say, so people now are learning in more detail, and people are now being forced to see what always was. It's not that this stuff ain't new. You've never been forced to have to deal with it.
Right.
Now these same people that were mad then are mad now, but now they get to express it and show you exactly why they're mad and show you exactly how this is unjust. It's like living in a dirty house all your life and not knowing no different. And then somebody comes into somebody that like they have a clean house and they come in like, oh my God, what the hell? It's a culture shock, right? It's like, what the fuck? What are you doing in here? Why? Right. What? And so it's just now other people are allowed to say, that thing that y'all been doing this whole time, like the Cleveland Indians, the Atlanta Braves, how you've been, you made your enemies into mascots after you killed them, the Redskins. Well, that's wrong, okay? And it's wrong. And now you get to hear it, and now you can't run from it. And I think driving people a bit batty. But what I would tell people is, don't run from it. Ask the damn question. And Sam kind of spoke to that in his speech. You had this young lady willing to die for this cause. Why wouldn't you want to ask yourself, what in the hell would make this? Carly can't be any more than 19 years old. What would make a 19-year-old person be willing to throw away a whole life for this? What the hell are we doing here?
Exactly.
So that's my only advice, man. Ask why.
Yeah.
Why y'all keep saying America's racist? Or this or this or that or this or that. Why you keep, like, honestly, if people keep why do people keep saying the way we police is a problem? Like, why do y'all keep saying that? You gotta ask yourself, eventually you gotta dive deep into yourself and go, damn, do it. I don't know. Like, even if you don't always agree with it, at least like, okay, maybe it's something to it. Maybe let me go look. Let me look beneath the surface and try to figure out why people keep saying all these things, because I live in this world and it's all great. Why y'all disturb my peace? Right now, everybody has peace right now, right? Everybody's disturbing each other's peace because we're all noticing these inconsistencies, these issues, these grand problems. It's about time to dig in and fix it. And Sam gave voice to that, right? Like, stuff's not going away. You can't brush it away. And I thought real subversive by Disney, man, to speak truth to power that way, because that's not, I didn't associate Disney with that. I thought it was real cool to let him go off like that. That was a talk, and that talk wasn't for me and you.
Right.
It wasn't,
Right. Yeah. But yeah, like you said earlier, I think it is a large influx of information getting thrown at people now, and it's like, whoa, it could be overwhelming, but still, people also got to be willing to actually listen, and just don't ask why or something like that, but actually be ready to listen and accept new information. Not just don't just ask why, so you can say, okay, now that you ask why, this is why you're wrong. Like, don't go into a conversation with a predetermined answer and outcome already. That's not going to help anybody. It's just going to keep things moving along as they are. And the senator was like that for the beginning, and then Sam kept talking to him, which he's done like every episode. Goes back to when he was a counselor. He's like talking and communication is very important. So I love how they keep going back to that with Sam, the new Captain America. Like, it's you gotta communicate, talk, listen for ending.
He's not a super soldier, he's a super mediator. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, he let him, that's his gift. And I do think that I like his character because he embraced the fact he's not letting the fact that he's not a super soldier. It's not even occurring to him that he's not
right. Yeah.
Right. Like, he doesn't care that he's not a super soldier. Yeah. What am I? Right. I'm a black dude in America. I'm a black dude wearing a red, white, and blue. So maybe I can help shade some different perspectives and we can mediate and do it that way.
Right.
Brilliant. It's a stroke of genius.
Yeah. Because I think he was talking to his sister about Isaiah Bradley, and he's like, no, look, if I were him, I'd probably have the same viewpoints, but I can't just I can't just keep that going. It's got to be changed at some point.
Well, and then to his point, what did Isaiah? If I say forget it and not fight for it, then what the hell is Isaiah get tortured for? Right.
Right. Exactly.
Try to make this bear some fruit, right? And that's a conversation among like black people in general, because a big conversation right now. It's not so big. It's a conversation within certain parts of us. Like, a lot of black people right now in the country were like, let's just leave the country. Like, let's just get the hell out of here because we got so many structural problems in the country.
Yeah.
Another faction, and I find myself waffling on both sides. I'm like, well, if you leave now, then what else people die for?
Right.
That's a question.
Yeah.
That's a question. If you leave now, what did they die for? What did Martin Luther King get shot for? What did every other Black Panther leader? What did they die for? Every other civil rights leader and the slaves before that. So it's a sacrifice, so to speak.
Right.
Those are big questions, man. Those are big questions, and I love the way Marvel puts that. They couch those really big ideas, and they can bring them and they can shrink them down. They can condense them down into a person. Like, a person can embody these ideas.
Right.
I think me and you both laughed about the fact that after the big speech from Sam, Bucky comes over like, all I heard was I'm a black guy and I'm Captain America, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because it was speaking to the fact of a lot of people heard I'm black man Captain America. They're like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, and that's all they heard, and that's all
fucking
they
politics.
About. That was it.
That was it.
And they did that. They did it a few times throughout the series with Bucky. Yeah. He's that little. I won't say who he makes those comments to represent a certain group, and it's real, and it's like, and just like you said, he's like, oh, what? Oh, sorry, I was on my phone, and after I heard you say Black Captain America, I just went back on my phone.
I wasn't here for that no more.
And that's what certain people do.
Fucking politics, throwing tomatoes at the TV. Fuck this guy, dude.
Right. But hey, they got Captain America 4 coming out with Sam Wilson. So.
Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson as Captain America, man, it's gonna be dope. Now, because of those ideas that we just discussed, right? Those really big ideas that they shrink down into very bite-sized forms. That's also why we have to forgive them for like structural missteps within the show. Like Bartrock getting shot one time, dying. Super Soldier Carly getting bust 2 or 3 times, dying immediately. Sharon Carter, supposed to be regular. We think she's regular. She gets shot 3 times. She doesn't even bleed, right? She's just Sharon Carter got shot 3 times, and she leans up against the doorframe, and she's cracking jokes. She's cracking jokes like Rick James just got stumped out by Eddie and Charlie Murphy.
Right.
It's so funny. Look, I forgive them for it because of everything else they bring to the table.
Yeah.
A lot of inconsistencies here.
Right.
A lot of inconsistencies. John Wall all of a sudden is a quippy good guy all of a sudden. What the hell that happened?
Well, see with John Walker, U.S. agent now, which I think is just a silly name, and the whole way they went about it. Yeah. But like throughout the whole series or show, even Nappy Roots was like, "Nah, you're a good dude."
He just won't.
It's
he
just
just won't
that,
stop.
like,
hey, look, I tried to get him to stop calling that man Lamar.
wait,
That, okay?
look, Lamar, fine. Lamar, look, he dead anyway. I'm just saying.
Did you catch the Lamar / Black Lives Matters? I thought that was too much sauce.
I didn't. Oh,
Lamar's life mattered.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't catch that.
Look, I'm a level. Look, listen here. Hey, look, if you're on the other side of the fence, listen, if you're on the other side of the political divide from me, okay, you know who I'm talking to, okay? This is a mea culpa from me to you, okay? I extend this fruit to you. It was too much sauce for me too.
That didn't even cross my mind.
It was a little. You didn't catch it? I caught it, and I so hard, bro.
There was so much else going on, man. So I got excited. Look, so I got excited when he just popped back up. Kind of like, okay, what's he gonna do with his little Home Depot shield he made? You know, I'm like, it's not gonna work out.
Got beat to hell too,
right? Which, So I was really overjoyed. I actually cheered when he had the decision to make. I was happy. Go after Carly and seek revenge, or should I actually save these people because I'm claiming to be Captain America? You know, it's the right thing to do. And I was glad when he threw the shield down. He accepted the fact, look, I'm not him. Yeah. The dude flying around right now, actually doing the right thing. Who, even though I popped up out of nowhere, didn't come after me. He wanted to work things out, and he stayed mission focused and all that. I think all that, and he realized, look, no, I need to try and save these people, and he tried. Carly got upset, and Captain America ended up saving them in the end. Yeah. But I just like the fact that he's not necessarily a bad dude. He's not. He's not. He's a soldier. He's been a soldier for many years. He's been through a lot, and the expectations that were given to him to be Captain America overwhelmed him too much. But he did the right thing and all that, try to save people. And then they had a nice little trio, him, Bucky, and Sam, and all that. It was cute to see and all that. But I missed the whole.
It was a little weird watching his redemption arc be so quick. But what we do know about the comics is he's not a villain, right? I guess you could call him like an anti-hero or something. The way I put John Walker is he's not a person guided moral compass the way Captain America is. He's guided by his mission.
Right.
It can lead you to be on the wrong side of certain things.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why he can't ever be Captain America, because if it comes down between mission and doing the moral thing, he's always going to choose the mission, which will make him a terrific U.S. agent.
Right.
But you can't be Captain America that way. So he's not a bad guy.
Right.
He had a decision to make, and I like that he made the right decision. But the little Abraham Lincoln quote, the little quippiness of it all, it's a little annoying. I know some people. I know people. Certain people thought that it was a little bit of a failing upwards, and some people would say that happens for some people more than others. I don't know who those people are that would say such a thing about certain people.
Right,
fail up faster than other people get to fail down. But yeah.
I just look, man. If Anakin Skywalker can kill a bunch of kids and a bunch of people and then be redeemed in the last 5 minutes of his life, or Kylo Ren can kill a bunch of people and be redeemed in the last 10 minutes of his life, I think John Walker's all right.
Get him.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, some people would say that some people get that privilege more than others.
Right. I see what you're saying.
We don't all have that ability.
Right.
That's one superpowers we ain't all got. And
yeah.
I don't know why. We don't all get that. But
I wonder what it is.
I don't know.
I wonder what it is. But
I ain't gonna say it. You trying to get me to say it. I'm not gonna say nothing.
What you talking about? I'm talking about this great show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my girl whose name I always forget because there's like 3 or 4 names in there from Seinfeld.
Valentina de la Fontaine.
Right.
Allegra Cole. Something like that.
So I think that's pretty much the show, and all that. So with Captain America 4 being announced, which I think is pretty neat. I just wanted to get what you think the main plot or whatever it's going to happen. The storyline is going to be. For me, I think it's going to deal with Sam being a new Cap, all the pressure that comes with it, maybe not living up to expectations, and then Val with U.S. Agent trying to start up her own group, saying, "Hey, those old Avengers are gone. Like all the stuff been going on, they haven't been popping up. Like with Spider-Man, the Avengers didn't pop up, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I got these group of people over here. Sharon Carter might help them out or something, and check it out. We can do better than this new Captain America. I think it'd be something along that way. You got any?
I be the opposite, man. I think, well, depending on when they release Captain America 4, right? Because between now and Captain America 4, there's gonna be a whole host of movies.
Right.
I think you'll see something towards, I don't think you'll see him focus so much on the identity of being Captain America. I think that's what this property was for.
Right.
So I think he'll be right in the action as he's been Captain America for years now, and he's just taking on missions. And I think you'll probably see with Valentina Allegra de la Coco leading the group. I think she's actually gonna do. I think they're gonna go with the Madam Hydra type situation. I think you're gonna have the Hydra type organization pop up.
Right.
He'll be in the middle of that fray trying to fight those guys. That's what I think anyway.
Okay.
And then you'll see U.S. Agent kind of waffling back and forth. Like he won't be Hydra, but he won't always be mission oriented with Avengers either.
Right.
I think you're looking at something along those lines. I don't think they'll focus so much on the pressure of being Black Cap anymore. I think that'll be
I didn't mean like being Black Cap, just being Captain America.
Just being Captain America in general. Yeah. I think they're gonna throw you right in the fray. He's been Captain America for years now, and now he's just Captain America doing work like Captain America would be doing work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's what
I was going towards more of a West Coast Avengers.
West Coast Avengers, okay.
Avengers type
you got the West Coast Avengers, you got the Thunderbolts, you still got that potential out there. So it's a lot of different things he could go about and structural framework of it all. They got a lot of work with, man.
Yeah,
they leave so much open, man. They leave so much open.
Yeah, they do. That's one, and I almost forgot the last end credit scene for the show is Sharon Carter getting pardoned for
getting pardoned.
I'm not even sure what she got pardoned for, to be honest.
I've never been quite clear.
The stuff with Civil War, I guess.
I guess the Civil War stuff. Yeah, I guess the Civil War stuff is what.
Like, I don't know how you just don't get pardoned for that anyway, but
after the blip, yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true, because Ant-Man and he got put on house arrest and all that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it was for that. So she had to flee the country and all that. So she got pardoned for that, and now she's full on power broker, and now she's going to try to get access to all government secrets and all that. Yeah. So oops,
But listen, the government secrets, they're all out on the open now. Shit, the shield secrets and stuff like that, like that stuff is out there, right? Like post blip,
well, not everything, there's always stuff going on.
Yeah. So who do you think she was talking to on that last phone call? Because I thought it was Val. I thought to me it was her and Val, kind of solidifying of the new organization.
You know what? I didn't think about that until you mentioned it. Because I don't know. I felt that last scene was kind of corny. It's like I already knew that's where it was going. I didn't need to see it, and the senators standing up and clapping. And I'm like, okay, take it easy. So it could be Val, and maybe she's not the power broker. Maybe she's in between or something like that. And now she's talking with the power broker.
Yeah.
I don't. Mephisto, of course.
Yeah,
of course. She's talking to Mephisto. Mephisto talking to America. That's what it is.
Of course, he needs a cell phone when he transforms as regular people.
Exactly.
When Mephisto decides that I want to be regular people, I'm gonna communicate like regular people. I'm gonna pick up the telly, sharing what we're doing.
Picking up the telly. Good old that Mephisto famous quote. I'm picking up the telly. That's it.
I've never said.
It's gotta be.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If it's not him, I'm gonna be disappointed. But yeah, man. So that's the show.
If it's not him or Reed Richards, I'm pissed off.
Right. It's got to be one of them two.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Right. But hey, that's the show. 6 episodes. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think the last episode was called Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Maybe
Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Yep.
Right. So going forward, there's going to be a new movie out. I don't know if it's going to be.
Hold on. Ooh, before we leave, hold on. One more thing. How did you feel? Because some people got disappointed in this. I was happy. How did you feel seeing Buck go back and talk to Yuri about he's supposed to be confessing his sins?
Yeah.
How do you feel about them not showing that? They didn't show him actually confess.
Yeah, at that point, I didn't think they were going to go far into it. Mm-hmm. It would have been nice to see a little more, I guess, but I was fine with it because based off the last episode, we knew who he was going to go talk to. Mm-hmm. I mean, so what? Did people want to see him go to every name on the list? And
no, people want to see him, especially the people wanted the emotional Yuri payoff.
Right. Okay.
Telling, and I'll be honest with you, brother, I didn't need it. I'm good. I didn't want to. I had already told myself, if you show that, I'm gonna fast forward. I can't take it, man. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. Yeah. My heart can't deal with it. I don't know why people want to see such an emotional situation, but people want to see it. People thought that they had built up that payoff to see Bucky fully transform into Shed's Winter Soldier,
right.
That name.
Right.
I didn't need to see it because
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I would have liked to see, I would have wanted to see it just to see Sebastian Stan act, just to see if he can get to that role, get to that level of acting. But I'm fine without it. I think it would have been okay if they showed it. But I mean, at that point, it was a wrap up. It was, okay, main story is done. This is what happened to everybody,
Yeah.
Bucky and all them. Zemo, almost forgot about Zemo. Oh man,
my man Zemo.
Oh, Zemo is that dude. Look,
when you think I'm not there, I'm there. My butler with the white gloves hitting that button. I told you, I'm taking out all you motherfuckers. No super soldiers.
Man, yeah.
Zemo is very concerned about a level playing field here.
He don't like super soldiers like Edna don't like capes. It's like, God dang. Yeah,
I'm not with it.
Zemo's that dude. And man, I thought them 3 were getting away or them 4 were getting away, but no. Yeah. Zemo blew that truck up. He relaxed. He was good. That butler he had. Zemo Batman, man. Look. Zemo might be my favorite character coming out.
Zemo is Batman.
I like the direction they went with Zemo.
Zemo's Batman, and it's like Zemo said in Civil War. Zemo said, I have skill and patience, and a man can do almost anything when he has those 2 traits.
Right.
Guess he's right.
Yeah.
From the raft. A man's in the raft, okay? First of all, who gave him a radio? Thunderbolt. Ross. General Ross, why'd you give him a radio? What's wrong with you? That's Zemo. Y'all still not giving that man enough respect. You shouldn't have given him no be in tune with the outside world.
Look, I don't know what kind of radio he had, but I'm pretty sure the raft comes out the water in the ocean. So I don't know what kind of reception he getting or whatever.
Hell of a radio.
I think it's nice. And we flying helicopters on Mars, and and half the time my remote don't change the channel on my TV. So all that technology is nice.
Must be nice.
But yeah, Zemo, I can't believe I almost forgot about Zemo. Zemo's that dude. I hope we see more of him, snippets or whatever. The raft got they're loading up with people, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, people,
I think that raft. I think that the raft is shaping up to be exactly where you get the Thunderbolts from.
Right.
And I just hope you don't call them the Thunderbolts. God, please don't call them that. That's terrible. You got to come up with some name. Man, if I don't call them nothing, it's just a group of criminals busting out, doing bad stuff. Anti-Avengers,
Right. Yeah.
You ain't gotta name them, but goddamn, don't you dare call them the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I hope they pop up again because Yeah, there's some interesting people in there.
Yeah,
but I would like to see a more in-depth look about the raft because the most we've seen of it besides with Zemo was in Civil War when
Civil War.
you know, half the group got locked up in there.
Yep.
So, but I think that's all that happened in the show. Unless I forget something else.
That just about covers it. You good?
Yeah. So it was good. I thought it was another good show by Marvel. Good product. I'm looking forward to Loki. That's the next show coming out in June. But before that, we're going to get. Well, actually, I don't think we get anything before that.
Nope.
Loki comes out in June, and then Black Widow, and then Shang-Chi comes out, and Eternals and all that. So I'm looking forward to all that. I thought Falcon.
I'm excited for Shang-Chi, man. I am.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
I'm diving into the comics now. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Like how the trailer looked. The trailer reflected like the comic panels, how colorful they were, how live they were. Same thing in the comics, man. Just a lot of bright colors, a lot of action sets.
Cool stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because of Marvel's letting different directors get in and throw their influence on it, like with Black Panther, and now with this one coming out. I wanted, like the trailer showed clips where the action was kind of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon-esque, you know.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that kind of thrown in. I'm intrigued not just by the story and the character, but by the director and how their vision of how it's going to be. Because Marvel and Disney has you'll get some freedom, but as long as it fits within this box, but everything else you can do whatever you want with.
So I'm gonna make Shang-Chi a bit of a project of mine because he's the first Marvel character that I don't know nothing about.
Right.
Nothing. So
I know more about the Mandarin than him.
Yeah. And so the whole 10 Rings, the Mandarin, all the mysticism of Marvel, man, look, I don't know nothing about him. Doctor Strange was that way for me too. I had no clue.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. But I'm gonna make Shang-Chi a project of mine. I'm gonna read those comics and get real involved. I'm reading his newest run now, the 2020 run, and I ran out. I'm on issue 5, and we're waiting on the next issue right now. So.
Okay. Yeah, I might jump in a little bit to get a base.
Marvel Unlimited app. I told you about it. If you got any questions, if you want to dive in, man, if you want to get deep into these comics, man, if you want to just kind of know the backstories or fill in the gaps and try to see where we're headed to, dude, Marvel Unlimited. They give you the first week free, but it's $10 a month and it's unlimited. Like it's literally unlimited. You can go in there and read anything you want to read, man. I went back and found the very first issue of Shang-Chi. I think it was like 1973 or something like that. Like, it's dope. It's dope. I tried to go back and do it with Captain America. It's just too much. It's just it's too much. Yeah, I don't.
Way back there.
I'm just gonna hop in somewhere in the timeline with him and read. I might even start with the Sam storyline. So Marvel Unlimited. Once again, this is another company that's not paying us. Marvel, if you want to pay us, we'll take your money. You can be an official sponsor. And I'll send tons and tons of people your way. Holler at your boy.
All right. Well, with that, Disney Marvel, good looking out for future, you know. We both here just saying.
We both saying.
I think that'll about do it. That'll about do it for Falcon and Winter Soldier. We appreciate y'all watching and listening. Hope y'all enjoy. Don't forget to listen in and tune in to Opinionated Facts, our main sports podcast video thing we're doing. If you're a fan of the Broncos, Eagles, Vikings, anything from Atlanta for some reason,
don't do
y'all
that.
should listen in. We got people from all them areas talking about it, getting their opinionated facts in and talking about other things. So hopefully y'all keep and continue to tune in.
No doubt.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Little top 5 all time on 3-pointers. Peace.